Hi there. Been a while, hasn't it? Like 3 months, 4 months maybe? I don't know. When did I put that video up? Yeah, about 4 months. So yeah, it's been a while since the announcement video. So you know, I it like it's been crazy just trying to find the time to do this. So I'm just gonna get right into it. This is the Q&A, or for those who don't understand acronyms, question and answer, where I'm answering the questions that you guys asked. So let's get into it, shall we? Nee asks, "How was your day?" Colon D. What's your favorite mashup that you've created? Well, now that it's been like 3 months since that question was asked, my last 3 months were pretty okay. I've been sort of kind of retired, in a way. I haven't made like any content since the Q&A video, except for like one mashup, which you can check out on my channel, the channel that you're probably watching this video on. If you're not watching this video on my channel, then you should probably report this video because that's uh, that's that's theft, video theft. Anyway, uh, that mashup I mentioned is crazy little bizarre academia, but like I'll put a link in the description or whatever. My favorite mashup that I've created would have to be Dead Halation, which is it's a mashup of Snow Halation by Muse and Dead by My Chemical Romance, and I'll put the link for that also in the description or in the video. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with links. Whatever. Andres 01 no 0917 says, "Do you like grommets?" As hardware goes, that like it's a pretty solid piece of hardware. 10 out of 10 every day. Um, as far as the surfer slang goes, I don't surf, so I have no opinion. Um, Handbra Jeans asks, "What made you get into mixing music in the first place?" Um, Triple Q, honestly. I mean, he's actually like a pretty overrated mashup artist. I think he actually prefers doing visual art, and mashups are just a hobby for him. Um, but then again, mashups are just a hobby for a lot of people. I'd be shocked. Actually, no, I'm not actually shocked. Because like DJing is a thing. But like um, most people don't actually make money off their mashups, quote unquote. And I'm not counting like mixes where like they get permission from the original artist or whatever. Anyway, basically, I think the first and this ties into a later question, which I might as well get it. No, I'm gonna go to that later, and then I'm just gonna tie it back. Um, so yeah, Triple Q, as many of you know, had a mashup album collab that he did with a few people a while back, called Cut, Paste, and Kill, and there was a track from that album. I believe it's called "It Has to Be Ambiguous," and that was actually like the mashup that got me into mashups. It's like I like Kill la Kill, I like Metal Gear Rising. This is two great things that I like together. Um, I should do this. That was basically the impetus for this decision that I made. John SP 2000 says, "Can you answer my question?" Yes, John. Yes, I can. Yeah, boy Quandary says, "Top five favorite anime. Also, how did you learn about mashups?" It's hard for me to say definitively what my top five favorite anime are. Um, I mainly just like my brain doesn't actually organize things by like in top five lists, but like if I had to give you like a rundown of like five anime I really enjoy, it's like I don't know, Fist of the North Star, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure definitely. What have I been watching this season? Little Witch Academia is pretty good. Um, all the Trigger stuff actually pretty good. Kill la Kill, I believe, is my favorite Trigger anime. Not that it has much competition. Oh, Space Patrol, Lulico. Um, Never mind. Fuck me. Uh, um, I don't actually like Kiz and Ivor. You know, it's kind of boring, which isn't something you want to hear somebody say about a Studio Trigger anime. Um, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, another good one. This list is pretty much becoming me listing Studio Trigger and Studio Gainax animes, isn't it? But yeah, that's a really good question. Like Gabriel Dropout, that's a good one. Um, but yeah, my brain doesn't really sort things very well into top five or top 10 lists, so I can't really give you like a complete rundown. So that's pretty much the best you're going to get for now. But if anybody wants to ask me for my opinion on a certain anime, just hit me up on Twitter. And if I'm on, I'll be glad to answer what I think about that particular anime or manga. You know, I don't read a lot of manga. Mostly it's JoJo. I read Boku Girl a while back, but I'm thinking I might get into reading more manga. The other part of your question, how do you learn about mashups? Again, Triple Q. That's basically the tie back to the hand broad jeans question. Um, but yeah, I don't think I can really elaborate more than I did when I answered HBJ's question. Um, Mahato asks, one JoJo is going to protect you and the others are out to murder you. Which JoJo will you pick and why? And yes, JoJo is cheating. Um, you know, this is a really good question, actually. It's actually not a good question. It's actually a terrible question. I'm just kidding, Mahato. Um, anyway, the thing you need to understand about JoJo, and if you do not want spoilers for all parts of JoJo, you should stop listening now. Um, and I'll just like or like mute the video, and I'll just put like a end spoiler thing later on when I'm done discussing JoJo. Um, anyway, people who have read Part 5 know that at the end of Part 5, Giorno is completely busted, completely unbeatable. Um, and it's like, that's like, I'm not gonna front, that's not fair for this question. And I know Mahato hasn't read Part 5. At least I don't think Mahato's read Part 5. Mahato, hit me up. Remind me if you've read Part 5 or not. Um, so I'm going to say Gold Experience Requiem, for the purposes of this question, is banned. Um, Tusk Act 4 from Part 7, also banned. Um, because that's also broken. Um, if you've read Part 7, you know what I'm talking about. Um, I'm going to have to go with Josuke, because Josuke's stand, Crazy Diamond, is specifically designed uh, to like be basically the team healer. So, like, I mean, yeah, Time Stop is a really good ability, but it doesn't mean much if somehow I get injured outside the frozen time. Um, and I mean, There was one time when Josuke beat an enemy that Jotaro couldn't beat because, you know, well, actually, there were specific circumstances that required Josuke to be the one attacking this particular enemy, but it doesn't matter. My choice is Josuke. Um, I don't like Jolene, but that's another issue entirely. That's by the way, that's Josuke Part 4, not Josuke Part 8. Um, even though like I haven't seen the full extent of Josuke Part 8's stand ability, so like I don't know, maybe he's got some absurd like no, that's really situational though. It really depends on the situation. I think Crazy Diamond is the best all-round thing. He could probably come up with a plan to beat uh, all seven of the other Ojos. Because I mean, Jonathan is out. I'm assuming we're using Joseph from Part 2, not Joseph from Part 3. Um, but Jonathan and Joseph aren't stand users, so they're already out. Um, so yeah. In conclusion, it's Josuke. Free Jin says, "Will you boop?" I am Jemboy says, "What are your top five favorite video games?" Also, nice pussy. Well, thank you. Uh, my cat really appreciated your kind words. Um, top five favorite video games. I went into I said before my brain doesn't categorize things into top five and top 10 lists very well, but I can say for certain Nier Automata is number one with a bullet. It is the best game that has ever been created. Will not be topped. Um, and I'm going to be wrong, but I can't tell the future. And Nier Automata is the best game right now. Um, so that's number one. Um, and then it comes down to just games that I've been playing. It's like I don't know. I like Overwatch, but that's I wouldn't say it's part of my top five, but like it's one that I play more often than a lot of games that are probably actually on my top five list. Um, so yeah, that's my top one list. So enjoy that. Um, Nutella French Toast asks, "What is your favorite soundtrack?" Near Automata. I mean, like, there's no contest. Near Automata has the best music in video games. Like every song has like five different variations. Like if like you can see this in game if you get the game. Like there's a there's a jukebox where you can play any song from the soundtrack, and like the amount of variation in each song is like it's insane. Near Automata, that soundtrack cannot be topped. Michael Murphy asks, "What kind of music are you into?" You know, like I don't really listen to music all that often actually. I like a lot of kinds of music. Although most of the music I listen to is really just show openings for like Japanese shows like animes and Super Sentai stuff. Um, but like yeah, I'll listen to like rock and metal occasionally. Um, maybe some rap sometimes. I don't like country. Like that's country and a lot of pop music. Those are like the really only types of music that I don't like. Um, yeah. Stan Sketches says, "Can you name your favorite trap?" That's a good question. Um, there's a lot of good ones. Ruka from Steins Gate is a pretty good trap. Rio from Idolmaster. Um, Saki and Ray from Side M. Um, Felix from ReZero. Like, I know the question is like my favorite trap, um, and I'm kind of just listing traps that I like. Uh, okay, you want the real answer on this question? Here's the real answer. My favorite trap is the bear trap, because that shit will fuck your leg up. No jokes. That is a top tier trap. 10 out of 10 would set. Guntroll asks, Chris Merkelson, if you do NSFW, can you please draw either Nade-chan or Yama-chan to have those ESY Baku New Opais? And then some Korean that I can't read because I don't know Korean. Um, I need to work more on my art, really. Um, but yeah, I'll totally draw a big boobed Yamato or Nadeshiko at some point. That's referring to my OCs, by the way, in case for those who don't know. I do art. I have OCs. Uh, I need to share my art more often. I don't know. Like maybe I'll just post some like right now in the video, and that'll be good. Mipfetimus says, 1. Will you give me the res? Yes, Mip, I will give you the res. 2. I am interested in the stuff you draw and share occasionally. Is it a passion with somewhat of a priority for you? Yeah, definitely. I would definitely say that like I really like drawing. Um, it's it's really a shame that I don't get to do it as often as I would like. Um, but it is something that I would like to do more of and get better at doing. Um, like eventually, I'd like to be at the point where I can launch a Patreon and basically sustain myself with my art. Maybe not sustain myself. That's asking a bit too much. Not that people haven't done that, but like I don't I don't really see that being my primary source of income. But like as like a supplementary thing on the side, that's definitely one of my goals. 3. It's my Q&A now. Give me a question. Okay, Mip. Here's my question. How do I play Genji? Can you explain that to me? Like seriously, I don't get Genji. And you are like a pro Genji. You are the proest Genji player that I know. Um, so please give me some pro Genji tips because I would like to get better at playing Genji. Cockmasher says, "Did you rip the skin?" Context? I don't. John SP 2000 says, "Okay, now can you answer this question?" Zach CG says, "If you could take credit for any mashup in history, like everyone fully believes you made it, what would it be?" I'm not the kind of guy who like would want to take credit for something I didn't do. Like I there's no good way to answer this question. It's like Yeah, sorry. I nothing's coming to mind. I really would just feel scummy taking credit for something I didn't do. So sorry, Zach. I really can't answer this question. So is that all the questions? That looks like it's all the questions. All right, we out. Q&A over. Go away.